Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded at the 6. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mike, hands up. Too low,
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Joe Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Dalton now to pass. This will be caught just inside the 10. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So if we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Bravo.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable here from the 38. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
2-2. Move. 5.
Throwing again. Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now, Dalton. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Dalton off play action. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go,
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete.
Let's go. Let's do this. Here we go. Here we go. 180.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Niners 7, Bengals 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through a goalpost.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Andy Dalton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
from the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Guys up! Lead! Check Mike 54. Mike 368!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Gold maybe not blessed with the strongest leg in the league, but he might be the most accurate. 2 for 2 from 50-plus a year ago, and he converts another one here.
Yeah, you don't want to play horse with Robbie Gold as a kicker. That guy can maneuver a football with his foot.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught. It's the rookie Deebo Samuel. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They run with Breida, and flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
Airing one out for Boyd. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you mean?
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
21.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, let go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bryant's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Let's go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Rip right.
The final act of the first half. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
11.
Check it out, Reed. Slams.
Hey, alert.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
12, fellas. Here we go. 11.
52, Mike, 52. I'm coming.
Hey, exit.
Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go. 180. One, Omaha.
New Mike 52. Mike 52. Right here, right.
Hey, Delta.
Garoppolo on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's third and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. So Dalton now. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
At the 38-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This will be Dalton again. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Tackles.
To throw again. Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Erickson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough cover.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On second down, a run with Breida. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from? And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw here, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Dalton now to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Like 20.
Choose the mic. Check.
21.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
You can't block me.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
52's the mark. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Kill, 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 kill.
No, check that, check that.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo over the middle, complete to Samuel. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Here we go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
21.
Watch the twins.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Strip that ball.
49, check 49, check 49.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Niners, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.